Happy Mother's Day. It is Sunday School with Mrs. Mejia on this special day for you mothers. Today we are going to be making paper flowers and we'll be learning about the virtuous woman. That sounds like every mother, right? Well, every good mother out there. Let's start with making our flowers, and then as we're working on our flowers, we'll learn about our virtuous woman at the same time. Let's start by with the more simpler one. This is for our younger kids that are watching. Our younger kids are the people that don't want to put in much effort. First we take our construction paper and you cut out a square, and then you want to fold it in half. It don't have to be a perfect fold because you're going to be unfolding it. And if you want, if you're particular on how your flower looks, you can always draw out your petals, but I'm just gonna freestyle it. We make one petal, we make two petals, and we make one big one. We make one more. So it's going to look like this. You notice I made it a little bit a longer dent on the bottom. Okay, and you're going to take one side of the longer half and just roll it up. Let me see if I can get this so you can see it better. You want to roll it up, kind of like sushi. And flower. Now you want to use tacky glue, or this works better if you use a hot glue gun, but since we have our younger kids and people that have more sensitive fingers, we're just going to use tacky glue. And we put a little dab. Make sure you don't go too overboard, and then you seal it up right where you ended it, and let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we have it. We have our flower. Okay, and then we're going to use, I have my little pom-poms here. I think we're going to use the yellow one again. A smaller pom-pom. And you take the glue, put some on your pom-pom. If you don't have any, that's fine. You can use construction paper. You put a little dab of glue. Just roll it into the center of your flower. There you go. And you got a little flower pollen on the inside. And you got your flower. Really easy. Now we got two. See? Now, I like making paper flowers. They're a lot of fun. Now this one is a little bit more complicated. I had to make, I think over 70 a couple years ago. Actually, I think it was near 100 of these for my mother's surprise birthday party. So I got really good at them. I know you can't see them, but I'll bring them a little closer for you. There you go. Alright. First, you're gonna start with another pom-pom. Pom-poms you can use like any little ball, just make sure they're small. But I like the pom-poms because they're a little lighter weight, so that makes them easier to use. Alright. I got some, you can use pretty much any paper. I prefer a lightweight paper though. Or you can even use fabric if you want. If you use fabric, make sure it's a little stiffer. This is silver tissue paper, and just like with the other flower, you're going to want to take your scissors and make a circle. It does not have to be perfect. We're just cutting things out for our flowers. Alright. And that will be your center. And then you're going to take some more. I find it a little easier if you fold it up. Alright. I'm going to have to I'll show you how to make them really fast. Make your petals. You're going to have to fold it up here. Like you would a fan. You're going to take it, and when you get done, they're going to look like these petals here. It looks like a upside down horseshoe, just a little smaller and fuller. And you take scissors. Again, if you want to, you can mark them out so you get perfect ones. Again, I'm just going to freestyle it. And you cut. Okay. Here's your petals. Upside down horseshoes. And I got a whole bunch of them here. Really quick. Alright. Now, I'm going to make another little red one. Red and white one, and take the little ball that you got and put it in the center of your circle, and you want to put a little glue. Don't put a lot, or it's just gonna get all over your fingers and make it much more difficult than it has to be. You just want to put a couple little dabs in there, and you're going to start pinching it shut. Just like that. Alright. Go. And then we want to hold it again, make sure we get it all closed up. There we go. And you got your center? Now, you're going to have to turn it upside down and grab your glue and lightly put glue on the bottom. Don't put a lot. Trust me, you'll get glue all over your fingers. The petals will stick to your fingers. It just makes it a whole lot harder. Alright, and then you start sticking them on. You want to kind of stick them on the sides. Like that. Like this. See? Alright. Now you can glue them individually if you want. It does take more time. I've done a lot of these. This one does not want to stick. Something. There we go. Now it'll stick. And you just want to continue doing that until you get your flower. So what does flowers have to do with a virtuous woman? Well, roses are very special flowers. They're very particular. They prefer certain sun, certain climate. You have to really take care of a rose. Now, the Bible, or the person who wrote the chapter in Proverbs, 31st chapter, it'll start at the 10th verse and it will go through to the end of the chapter. And it talks about how a good, virtuous woman is as precious as a ruby. It talks about how she cares for her family. She takes care of those in need. She provides through the caretaking, and she upholds good, virtuous valor. Alright, that word valor is one we don't hear very much, especially when associated with females. But women uphold a valor that should be upheld and exalted. If you've heard the saying, well, men are the head, in my mind, what I've been told is that a man might be the head, but the woman is the heart. And our hearts are precious, and we are taught to take care of them. The head, well, it helps control, it helps take us in directions. But a heart, if we listen to our heart knows the value of something. And often if we let our heart be our guide and our head be our guide, if they work together, we often have goals together, and they move us into directions where we should be. That being said, when a man and a woman, or mommy and daddy, work together, then the body, which is your kids, go in a direction that you need to go. So, a woman is the heart, and the man is the head. And the heart is just as important as the head. Alright. Alright, we're almost done here. Want to keep continuing on with your flowers. Alright. Next week we're going to be learning about roots. I told you last week we're going to be learning about them in our lessons, and next week we get to learn about roots and their importance. In fact, we're going to be learning about being root bound. Okay. Now that we got our flowers done. Woo! There we go. Flower. Although this doesn't give justice here. And I'm going to, I got a chocolate bar here from my mom. And I'm going to glue this on here. Yeah. And I'm going to take this one and glue it on here. There we go. There you go. Happy Mother's Day. There you have it. Next week you won't be needing any more, you know, won't be needing any supplies. Tomorrow, next week's another demonstration. Okay, there you go. Alright. I hope you guys have a good week. Be good to your families. Be good to each other. I love you guys. God loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So remember, no matter where you are loved.